Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia and today we're gonna be making this super cute and beginner friendly crochet cup cozy. This is the perfect project if you have a lot of scrap yarns from your previous projects, and it's very easy to make. It takes less than 30 minutes to make one, and it makes an amazing gift for your friends, for your colleagues at your workplace. So grab your yarn and hook and let's get stitching. I don't have a ceramic mug at the moment, so I'm gonna use my tumbler here and let's start. So choose a worsted yarn, something that is thick, and also the hook corresponding to your yarn. And in my case, I'm gonna use this 4.5 millimeter hook. Okay, so first you need to make a slip stitch, and then you're going to make a number of chains. There is no specific number for the chains that you're gonna make at the start because this will actually depend on how big your cup is or how thick the width of your or circumference of your mug or tumbler is. Okay, so just make, let's say, 35 chains, okay, for now. So from now and then, we're going to need to measure it against your actual mug or tumbler so that we can get the exact size. So in my case, it needs a little bit more chains. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. All right, and I'm gonna measure it again against my cup. Let's see if it fits now. Oh, I think I overdid it. But that's okay because it's easy to remedy. I'm just gonna undo some of those chains and leave enough for it to go around my cup. Okay, so you should be doing the same thing, all right, for your own coffee cup or tumbler. And I think that's the size that I want. So now we're just gonna connect this last chain to the first one. Okay, like so. But make sure that the right side of the chain is facing you. Okay, not the back part. Alright, so now I've connected it. I'm just gonna chain one, alright, to put it in the right height because this will be the start of our first round. Okay, so single crochet on that same space at the start, and then make one single crochet in every stitch. Okay, so just keep doing that, and I'll get back to you at the end of this round. We're at the end of this round, and all we have to do is connect that last stitch with the first single crochet. So insert your hook in that last single crochet, yarn over and pull through, and that ends our first round. For round two, chain one and insert in that same space. All right, yarn over, pull through, and that counts as our first single crochet. For this round, it's all single crochet. Actually, we're going to be using for the whole of this project, it's only single crochet. Just keep doing one single crochet for every stitch. And I'll get back to you at the end of this round. We've reached the end of this round. So just connect that last single crochet with the first single crochet that we made at the start. Insert that hook, yarn over and pull through, and that ends round 2 of our project. So time and time again, we need to measure it against our coffee mug or coffee cup. All right, so get your mug and try to insert it. Put it and try to measure it. Okay, see if it fits. Oops, I think I made mine too big, but that's okay because there's a remedy. Okay, if you made it too wide or too big for your cup, just a little space is okay because we can remedy that by decreasing the width in the next rows or next rounds. All right, but if you made it too narrow, if you can't get your cup in, oh, you might have to undo it and remake the first 2 rounds. Okay, but here I think it's okay. It's a bit big, but as I mentioned, we can make a remedy for that. We're just gonna decrease the size for the next round. I think I want to know how much I need to decrease. Do I need to do a lot of decrease or just so you have to really take time, okay, to measure it against your mug and also decide how wide, okay, how wide your cozy is or how wide you want it to be. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna decrease, but before that, okay, let me just weave in this end. All right, I'm not gonna cut it because I want to show you how I weave it in. All right, so I use a smaller hook. Okay, this is a 2.5 or a 2 millimeter hook that I can easily insert in those spaces so that I can pull, okay, pull these loose ends. So this is how I weave in. I think this is the part of crocheting that nobody wants to do, right? I've heard every crocheter out there doesn't like weaving in the ends, right? But it's something that we need to do to make our project look cleaner and just more aesthetic. I chained one, and now I'm gonna do a single crochet on that first space, that same space. And I think I'm gonna do 5. So one single crochet in the first 4 stitches. This is the fifth, okay, the fifth single crochet, but instead of finishing it, I make another one on the sixth and finish it together. So that's like 2 single crochets together. Now I'm gonna make another 4 single crochets in the next 4 stitches. On the fifth, make 1 single crochet, but don't finish it. Make another one on the next and pull through together. So that's how you reduce the size of the stitches for this round. Do that for every fifth and sixth stitch. So why 5? Because it's easier to remember. Alright, so make 4 regular ones. And on the fifth, start one but don't finish it. And start the sixth one and pull through together. So something like this. Alright, do that and I'll get back to you at the end of this round. So we've reached the end of this round, and all you have to do is connect that last stitch to the first stitch. And that ends this round. All right, so for the next round, we're just gonna do one single crochet for every stitch. So chain one, always chain one at the start of every round. Make one single crochet in that same space and one single crochet in every space, in every stitch of this round. Connect that last stitch to the first one and check the shape of your cozy. Okay, this time we're gonna measure it against our mug or our tumbler to see if it actually fits. And it fits quite snugly. All right. And I think I want to make my cozy a bit wider, wider than this. I'm gonna add two or three more rounds to get to the size that I want. So chain one and just keep making single crochets for every stitch in this round. When you reach the end of this round, just connect that last one to the first one. So check if you're happy with that size. So I decided to add one more round. I'm not quite happy with that width. I want a thicker cozy because my tumbler is quite big, and I guess a thicker cozy looks more pretty, right? So I'm just adding one more round of single crochets. And this is the last one, and I'm just gonna connect it to that first single crochet. And I think I've reached the size that I want. But to make sure, of course, time and time again, you need to be measuring it and actually putting it on your target mug or the mug that you want to put this cozy on. It's very snug in my case. And that's how I like it because I wouldn't want it to be slipping off my tumbler. Right, so it looks kind of okay now, but I'm not yet happy with that width. Maybe I need one more, one more round. So if you're happy with yours, you can stop right here. But if you want to make it a bit more longer or thicker, then you can add one more round of single crochets. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add one more round. So it's up to you if you want to do this. Okay, so I've reached the end and I've connected that first stitch to the last, and I think this is the size that I like or I want for my tumbler. So I'm just gonna cut that yarn and weave in those ends. So again, I'm not gonna cut this video so you can see how I weave in those loose ends. I use a smaller hook, a 2 millimeters hook, all right, to weave in those ends. And that's it. That's the cozy that I want to make for my tumbler. Okay, make sure to measure it against your own cup. Alright, and see that it fits. Okay, mine needs a little tugging. It's very snug, but as I mentioned a while ago, that's the way I want it. I don't want it to be falling off my tumbler. I want it snug and fit. All right, and I think I've achieved that effect. All right, so this is how it looks. All right, so now you're all done. We're all done, and we have a gorgeous handmade cup cozy for our tumblers and mugs. So actually, you can make this for you to use or give out as gifts to your friends, to your colleagues at work. I think they'll be really happy if they receive a handmade gift, and especially one as cute as this cozy. All right, it's actually very useful because sometimes we burn our hands with our hot coffee. The ceramic mugs could get pretty hot. Okay, and this cozy is really something that keeps our hands safe from getting burned. Also, it looks so pretty, right? Well, thank you for watching my video. And if you like this and found it helpful, please leave a comment, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. That would really help me to make more tutorials like this one. Okay, so have a nice day, happy crocheting, and I'll see you in the next one.